This is the Live Longer Habits. My name is Lilla.
And my name is Andrea.
Welcome. Today we are talking about something that feels especially relevant right now. Work-life balance.
A phrase we hear all the time.
But one that's often misunderstood.
Absolutely. When people hear work-life balance, they often imagine a perfect situation where work gets exactly half of your time and life gets the other half.
Almost like there's some magical formula. Everything neatly organized, everything perfectly balanced.
It sounds lovely in theory, but real life rarely works like that.
Not for me anyway.
Not for most people.
So today we are going to explore what healthy work-life balance looks like, why it matters, and some small practical ways to create a little more of it in everyday life. I think one of the reasons this topic is confusing is because the word balance makes it sound like everything should be equal.
Yes, and psychologically, that's often where people get stuck. They believe balance means giving every area of life exactly the same amount of time and attention.
Which can feel impossible.
Because it usually is. Life moves in seasons. Some periods demand more attention from work. Other periods require more focus on family, health, and personal challenges.
So balance isn't really about equality.
Not necessarily. A healthier way to think about it is sustainability. Can you work, contribute, grow professionally, and still have enough energy left for the rest of your life? Do you have time to recover? Do you have meaningful relationships? Can you enjoy things outside of work? If the answer is consistently no, then balance may be missing.
I like the idea. Less about splitting time perfectly and more about whether your current rhythm is sustainable.
Absolutely. Balance is less about the number and more about how your life feels.
Why does work-life balance matter so much? I think most of us already know stress isn't great for us.
Yes, but what often surprises people is how quickly chronic stress starts affecting multiple areas of life. When work dominates everything, people commonly experience exhaustion, difficulty concentrating, irritability, sleep problems, and eventually burnout.
And sometimes those changes happen so gradually that you barely notice them.
Absolutely. You adapt to being tired. You adapt to feeling stressed. You tell yourself it's temporary. Then one day, you realize you haven't taken a proper break in months.
Or you have stopped doing the things that used to make you feel like yourself.
That's something I see often. Hobbies disappear. Exercise disappears. Social connection becomes an afterthought. Yet, these are exactly the things that help protect our mental health.
And interestingly, working more doesn't always mean achieving more.
That's right. Research consistently shows that excessive working hours can actually reduce productivity. Our brains aren't designed for endless output. Recovery isn't the opposite of productivity. Recovery supports productivity.
I feel like that's something many of us need written on a sticky note somewhere.
Maybe several sticky notes.
Let's talk about some warning signs. Because I think many people assume burnout appears suddenly.
Usually there are clues beforehand. You might notice you're constantly checking emails outside of working hours. You struggle to switch off mentally. You skip meals, exercise, or sleep because work keeps taking priority. You feel emotionally exhausted or unusually irritable. You stop taking holidays. You feel disconnected from family and friends.
I think one of the biggest signs for me is when I'm technically not working anymore, but my brain is still at work.
That's such an important observation. Psychological recovery requires mental distance from work. If your body is on the sofa, but your mind is still answering emails, you're not really getting that recovery time.
Can we talk about something I think a lot of people say? I will rest when this project is finished.
Ah yes, the famous future rest plan.
Which often becomes another project, and then another deadline, and then another busy period.
Many people accidentally treat rest as a reward for being productive enough. But from a psychological and health perspective, rest is not a reward. It's maintenance. It's part of the process. Just like charging your phone isn't something you earn after using it. It's something you need to do so it continues functioning.
That is probably one of the best comparison I have heard. Let's make this practical. If someone is listening and thinking, yes, this sounds familiar, where can they start?
One of the most effective places is boundaries. And I know boundaries aren't always easy, but even small boundaries can make a difference.
Such as
Deciding when your working day ends, turning off notifications, not checking work emails during dinner, creating a clear transition between work time and personal time.
especially now that so many people work from home.
Absolutely. Remote work gives flexibility, which is wonderful. But it can also blur the line between work and life. One thing that helps is creating small rituals. Maybe it's a walk before work. Maybe it's closing your laptop and putting it away. Maybe it's making a cup of tea at the end of the day. Simple actions can signal to the brain that one part of the day has ended and another has begun.
Something that really stood out to me is the idea of managing energy instead of just managing time.
I love this concept. Many people spend all day trying to fit more tasks into their schedule. But productivity isn't only about hours, it's also about energy levels. Some people do their best thinking in the morning, others are more focused later in the day. Understanding your own patterns can help you work more effectively without simply working longer.
And breaks matter too.
Very much. Short breaks throughout the day improve focus, attention, and mental performance. The brain benefits from pauses.
This next tip sounds obvious, but I think many of us forget it. Plan personal time intentionally.
Yes, people schedule meetings, they schedule appointments, But activities that support well-being often get whatever time is left over, which usually isn't much.
So you are saying we should schedule enjoyable things too?
Absolutely. Exercise, meeting a friend, reading, a hobby, a walk, anything that helps you reconnect with yourself. When these things are planned, they are more likely to happen.
Something I found reassuring is that balance doesn't have to look the same forever.
That's such an important point. Balance evolves. Someone early in their career may focus heavily on learning and growth. Parents or caregivers may need flexibility above everything else. Mid-career professionals often begin valuing sustainability more. And later in life, many people prioritize meaning, purpose, relationships, and personal fulfillment.
So instead of asking, am I balanced? Maybe we can ask, does this work for the season of life I'm in right now?
Absolutely. And perhaps even more importantly, is this sustainable?
I think one reason people struggle with work-life balance is because they imagine they need a complete life overhaul.
When often the most effective changes are surprisingly small. Going to bed 30 minutes earlier, taking a proper lunch break, leaving work on time once or twice a week, taking annual leave you've been postponing, having one uninterrupted evening with family or friends. Small changes create momentum.
And they are usually much easier to maintain.
Absolutely. Consistency is often more powerful than dramatic change.
I think the biggest takeaway for me is that work-life balance isn't about perfection.
Not at all. It's about creating a life that supports both achievement and well-being. A life where work has a place, but not every place. And where rest, connection, hobbies, and recovery are recognized as important, not optional extras.
Because sometimes the most productive thing you can do is actually step away from work for a little while.
Your brain, your body, and often your future self will thank you for it.